perfect segue. Dave Roberts. Give me a Dave Roberts report card. Month one.
I'm going to give him an F for fire Dave. No, I'm just playing. I'm just messing with you, Doc. Look, I mean, he can only teach as well as his students are learning, right? I mean, it's all about the students that are in his seats, okay?
How do I reach these kids?
Exactly. How do I reach these kids? Classic movie, of course, Stand and Deliver. But, yeah, I think
nothing gets by you, Chief.
I'm going to give Dave Roberts, I'll give him, look, I think
that's the joke.
I think one thing that Dave has done, he's given a lot of these young guys a lot of confidence. I like when he was talking to Michael Bush the other day, telling him how to look at Nolan Arenado, how he's playing the third base position. I think that his confidence that he bestows on these young players is very important this season. Of course, we got the, we call them the baby bums, right?
Baby bums.
And then also trying to get some of these guys through slumps, guys like Chris Taylor, guys like Max Muncy, getting them through slumps while just trying to navigate and tread waters, because I think that's really what his value is. So I think Dave Roberts, you look at this team, I got to give him a B- as well. Nothing to write home about or anything like that, but you can still make the honor roll.
He's I don't know where you don't get an A necessarily. It's not an A+. It's probably an A- because there's some we'll say some homework that he didn't complete all the answers on, or didn't complete all 25 questions on. But for the most part, he's navigating with what he has, with what people were doing at that moment. And you know, I'm always happy to be critical on Dave, but I've seen a few games this year where, you know, you're seeing him adjust. You're actually seeing the adjustment out of Dave Roberts, where he didn't just keep going to Alex Vesia for, you know, every situation that he would have gone in last year, where, you know, it's the eighth inning or whatever. You're starting to see him already back off and getting him into less high leverage situations to get the confidence going and make that adjustment, as where we saw Craig Kimbrell, which, by the way, welcome back to LA, Craig. Saw Craig Kimbrell go out there for 5 months with the closer's job and be terrible. You're seeing that quicker. I don't know if it's a ripcord, but Dave's at least he's making that adjustment. You're not seeing Vesia or Almonte or some of the guys that were struggling early in the season. I guess they've adjusted. It's really those two guys. You're not seeing them pitch in you know, a 1 or 2 run game as frequently as you were early in the season to try to get them going again. So that and you know, trusting some of the guys in the lineup. Yeah, it's always going to be the same for the most part, 1, 2, 3 guys. But you know, I think he's kind of had an odd sense of when to put guys higher up in the lineup. I mean, Outman's hit third or fourth a couple of times. He's done really well. You were talking about it. We were talking about before the show. He plugs in Hayward in the number 3 hole, and he goes off and has a 2-hit game. CTK3 goes and has an important RBI or important game, clutch game, batting in the cleanup spot. Well, I think that's what happened, unless that was the game where he went golden sombrero. I don't know, but for the most part, he's working with what he has. He's doing the assignments. He's not putting in the extra credit or whatever. I guess maybe the Michael Bush thing is extra credit, but
yeah,
I'm seeing some good things out of Dave. I'm not a always Dave defender. I will happily slam him. You guys can watch 6 years of this show. I will happily slam him when it is due, but right now it is not due. He's not doing anything wrong. He's doing the assignment.
Yeah, no, he's doing Dave things. I mean, really, he's had a lot of Harvard students, a lot of summa cum laude students in the last few years. Now he has a lot of freshmen, right, and a lot of these young players trying to come up and have an impact. But you still have the veterans. But I think he's sending guys to detention quicker, like you said, suspending students if he needs to. I think that's what you want to see from Dave. You want to have him shake that whole loyalty thing. Yeah. And if guys are not performing well and you have other options and you got to shake things up, then that's what you need to do. But I think this is a big month for Dave Roberts and this team. If you can have a really good May like you did last season, then I think that's going to change the narrative and just the momentum of this team, because I think one of the big disappointing things for the Pirates series is they take 3 of 4 against the Cubs, you ride that momentum, and then you lose 2 of 3. The pitching is not doing well. You see the base running errors and just that kind of stuff.
I mean, hell, that's not even Dave as much. That's what's being preached to the pitchers. Don't lose your stuff to keep guys on base, like you were kind of told at the ballpark over the weekend. The pitching staff doesn't care about the runners. They care about their usual routine in a windup. There's one guy who cares,
Yeah.
and that's Clayton Edward Kershaw. He cares about people getting an extra 90 on him.
Yeah, like Dave is the principal, right? He's not the teacher that's in every class.
Yes.
Right? They have all their
Yes.
teachers, their pitching coaches and this and
Principal.
that. Yeah, we should do this grades thing. We're taking it so far.
Don Kim says, I love these school analogies by D-Mac. This has been fun, honestly, like just pulling all this out of it. So good job, everybody in the stream for keeping it going. Yeah, Don Keem also getting us going with the bad grades because of the teacher, all that. Yeah, this was fun. We had a good time.
I like to shake Roberts. That's from Mike Saldano. Okay, that's a threat. We got Ray Barrios. Shohei's ERA is 1.85. Sign the man. Oh, come on now. Dave Luna. It all started towards the end of the Canley era. So do we blame Canley? Okay, I always like when you get the arguments within the chat. That always happens. We had a good one from Boomer Assassin earlier. Said, good to see Crumble again on another team.
On
That's
another
from Boomer
team.
Assassin. So got Dave is Dave from Joe Mama. Yeah, I mean, look, Dave Roberts can only do what he can, and he basically does his role that he has for this team as well as anyone can do it. I'm just telling you straight up. I mean, I really do believe that.